Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about what I'm doing differently in 2023. I'm actually looking forward to this year. I feel like every year I'm like too traumatized to say this year is going to be my year. And I'm still not saying that about this year, but I have a lot of hope with this year. And I don't know why. I think maybe because I'm making some changes, which is what we're gonna get into in the video. But yeah, I think the changes that I'm making is kind of igniting hope in me and excitement. So I feel really good about this year, but I'm not gonna jinx it and say this year is my year, because I just feel like every time you say this year is your year, I don't know, trauma happens, okay? So I'm not saying that this time. But yeah, so I wanted to share what I'm gonna be doing differently this year so that it can kind of help inspire you guys. Maybe you guys can pick and choose what you like, what you don't like, whatever, doesn't matter. But I know that these things are gonna help me and I've already started implementing them. So let's get into the video. So the first thing that I'm gonna be doing differently this year is I am not setting goals. For me personally, whenever I've set goals in the past and then I didn't hit the goal, I've always just ended up being so sad, and then it took me so long to recover, and then I felt like, oh my goodness, like why did I even set that goal? And it's just a mess. And I feel like for me, I'm just not in the place where I can set goals and then be able to handle the fallout of that if I don't hit that goal. I think that if you are a goal setter and you knock your goals out of the park, and even if you don't hit your goal, like you're in a good space still, then you should keep doing that. But for me, it just doesn't work. And I find that creating intentions and setting a detailed plan to see that intention come to pass is so much better for me. So I'll give you an example. I really want to see my YouTube channel grow this year. But instead of saying, oh, I want this goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, what I am saying is I want to post a video once a week, every week, sometimes twice a week. And I've created a plan and a schedule that will help support that intention. But whatever comes from that, I am happy and I'm excited. Like, I'm expecting growth to come from that, you know? Like, I can't imagine posting once a week or sometimes twice a week and not seeing growth. So I am doing it with an intention for growth, but I'm not setting a specific number goal, because I just feel like when I've done that in the past, it's just thrown me and it's just a mess. So for me, this works better. So yeah, just creating a detailed plan and a process and a schedule that can help support what I want to see is just the best plan for me. So that's what I'll be doing this year. The second thing that I'm doing differently this year is I'm going to choose to see myself the way that God sees me. I no longer want to see myself through this broken lens of past hurts, limiting beliefs, insecurities. Like, when I see myself through that lens, I always end up just feeling so insecure, feeling weak, feeling like I can't go after the things God's called me to. And it's hindered me and even stopped me in the past from just boldly walking in my calling. And I just don't want to live like that anymore. So I'm choosing to see myself the way God sees me. I'm choosing to see myself accurately. And part of how I'm doing that is asking God, Lord, how do you see me? Like, what lens do you see me through? And just choosing to take on that lens and renew my mind and shed limiting beliefs along the way is so beautiful, and I think is going to really set me up for success. A third thing I'm doing differently is seeking out wisdom. I want to be just an avid reader. I want to make sure that I'm looking for educational stuff that's going to fuel me and really just help me to be able to pour out effectively. Something that my husband does, he's an avid reader. He's been an avid reader since I met him, and I really admire that. And I find that he's just this well of wisdom because he reads so many books. I don't even remember. He read like, I don't even know if I'm exaggerating, but like 50 books last year. Maybe it was under 50, but he read a ton of books. I can't remember the exact number, but he read a ton of books. And I feel like every time I have conversations with him, He's always just naturally pouring out because of how much he reads, because of how much wisdom he seeks out. And I just want to be that kind of person where I'm not just living off the past knowledge that I've accumulated like a year ago. I want to be a well of wisdom. I want to be the kind of person that's just constantly just oozing out wisdom to others so that I can just best serve them and help them better from a place of just knowing what I'm saying and just having deeper insight and deeper perspective. And I feel like that comes from when you're actually seeking out educational things, you're making sure that you're reading in your pastime. Like, that is so much better than maybe just putting on a Netflix show and passing the time. I don't want to do that anymore. So that's another thing I'm doing differently. And the last thing that I'm doing differently this year is I'm choosing to make my intentions others focused. In the past, when I did set goals and I did set like intentions and plans for things, it would always be, I want to hit this many followers on Instagram. I want to be able to make this much money. I want this, I want that. And that has really made it about me. And it's kind of like this self-centered thing that I've done. And I want to be others focused so that I have more of a drive. So instead of making my goals and intentions like I've decided that I want to make them about others. And that looks like saying, I would love to have a business where I can bring income into 5 families. Or I want to be able to have 10,000 people that I'm inspiring on a regular basis through my YouTube channel. And I think when you do that and you go a little bit deeper where you're making it about the people that you're called to, it anchors you so much more to whatever it is that you're doing. And it makes it feel so much sweeter. So even for me, like when I'm thinking about, okay, like I want to continue running my course where I'm teaching other people to create good content and attract a dedicated audience. And instead of saying, I want to run that course so that I can make $100,000 a year, instead I'm saying, I want to be able to make enough money so I can hire other people and impact their families financially, is so much more deeper to me and means so much more to me than if I'm just saying, I want to make $100,000 a year for my course. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to be doing differently, because I think for so long I made it about me, and just realizing that it's truly not about me, and it's actually about the people God's called me to, and it's about God getting the glory out of my life, helps me to take my eyes off my insecurities, to take my eyes off the things that I think I can't do, take my eyes off my imposter syndrome, and helps me to fix my eyes on what I truly should be focused on. So yeah, those are the main things that I will be doing differently this year. There's obviously a bunch of little things that I'm gonna implement. Like one of the things I wanna do is like get a huge family calendar and like make sure that we're scheduling things and planning things out, because I find that when we schedule and plan things out, we actually end up doing the things that we say we're gonna do. But I wanted to talk about the bigger things, because those things I think are going to set the foundation for all of the little things that I want to do this year as well. So I hope there was something that you liked that you might be able to take for yourself and implement in your life this year. And if so, please let me know what that thing is in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.